Now is punching down. As the fermentation progresses, the sugar is converted to alcohol and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide bubbles actually start to support the grape skins above the juice. So we have a blanket of skins being suspended above the juice. So we're punching the grapes back down into the juice for two reasons. Number one, we want to extract the color from the skins. When we first crush the grapes, it's actually almost the color of Chardonnay. So over the course of fermentation, the color is extracted to that dark, beautiful red that we come to expect in our wines. So we're mixing the grapes up with the juice to extract the color. We also have to keep the cap moist. If the cap begins to dry out, we'll start to get problems with acetic acid, and the entire vat can turn to vinegar. Then we're in a completely different business. The cab is now finished off fermentation. Fermentation generally takes 7 to 10 days. Converts the sugar in the grapes to alcohol. This year the alcohol levels are going to be a little bit lighter. Sugar levels are measured in bricks. Often we harvest the grapes at about 26, 27 bricks. This year they're harvested at about 22 or 23 bricks. So we're going to have lower alcohol wines this year. This year we used a little different approach. Our wines are typically known as being very soft. We usually harvest them very late, which we did this year. But because of the growing conditions, the grapes, we didn't have the natural softness we don't think that we'd have from we call a higher pH wine. So this year we've used a different technique called extended maceration. So usually fermentation takes 7 to 10 days. Converts the sugar to alcohol, we put it right into the barrels. This year, after fermentation was complete, we allowed the grapes to stay in the juice, and we allowed the wine to stay on the skins for almost an additional month to allow the wines to soften. Often you'd think that would be counterintuitive, that we'd get more tannin the longer it stayed, but we don't. It allows what they call the phenolic chains to lengthen. So we've done this because we have a lower pH wine. It's going to now give us a softer wine when we finally are able to bottle this in 24 to 36 months. We're filling the barrels now.
Oh, okay.
You know, so we harvested, crushed, destemmed, fermented, pressed off. Now we're ready to fill the barrels. So we'll be pumping from the tank over here, which is a holding tank. We allow the wines to settle in there for about 24 hours. We pump the wine in there, we gas the top of it so that it doesn't get exposed to oxygen. We allow a lot of the solids to settle out, and now we pump into the barrel. So this is a new French oak barrel. It is from the Nevers forest in France. Each of these barrels will hold 60 gallons of wine. That's the equivalent of about 300 bottles or 25 cases. The wine will spend about 18 to 24 months in barrel before it's finally ready to bottle. If you notice, the bungs on all these barrels are upside down. That's to allow the gas to escape, because we're just about to inoculate these barrels for a secondary fermentation. Primary fermentation converted the sugar to alcohol. Secondary fermentation is a malolactic fermentation. And it's going to convert the malic acid, which is, think green apples, and it's going to convert that to lactic acid, which is more of a buttery, soft feel. Okay. Well, the Bacchus Cab Sauv is finally in the barrel. It is December 3rd. We're quite a bit later this year, probably 6 weeks later than other years. But it's finally in the barrel, and it's resting place now where it will stay in French oak and new French oak for the next 18 to 36 months.